Hello dear students, in this video I am going to explain stanza 3rd and 4th of Lap- the poem Lapis Lazuli composed by W.B. Yeats, and in our previous video we have studied stanza 1st and stanza 2nd. So the third stanza that is on your screen start with the lines like on their own feet they came, or on shipboard, camel back, horseback, ass back, mule back, old civilizations put to the sword. Then they and their wisdom went to wreck. No handiwork of Callimachus, who handled marble as if it were bronze, made draperies that seemed to rise when sea wind swept the corner stands. His long lamp chimney, shaped like the stem of a slender palm, stood but a day. All things fall and are built again, and those that build them again are gay. In this stanza, the poet wants to communicate about the gaiety of the artist who is not discouraged by the defeat or possible destruction of his art. Here, in the starting fourth line of this stanza, there is a reference to the march of invading armies. And as we have noticed in stanza first and second, the poet talks about the destruction of old civilization and about war fields. So, in this stanza, he wants to convey the reference of invading armies' march towards enemy's field. And in this stanza, the first and second line speaks about the marching of the enemies, as in some case they are on foot, in some cases by ships, and sometimes riding camels, horses, mules, etc. These armies caused havoc and put an end to old civilization. That's why in line 3 the poet speaks about old civilizations put to the sword. Here the line means that these armies create a destruction and they end the old civilizations there. Then the next line, then they and their wisdom went to wreck. Wreck means destruction. So these armies, when they clashes each other, they create a havoc, they create a destruction. No handiwork of Callimachus. Now here you should notice that Callimachus was an Athenian sculptor of the 5th century BC. He had great skill with marble. That's why here is a mention of in lines you can notice that no handiwork of Callimachus, who handled marble as if it were bronze, made draperies. Draperies means curtains that seemed to rise when sea wind swept the corner stands. His long lamp chimney, shaped like the stem of a slender means sleek palm tree, stood but a day. Here you should notice the phrase stood but a day. It means that the the creative works of Callimachus were ephemeral. So as I have told you that Callimachus was an Athenian sculptor of the 5th century BC. He had great skill with marble, which he handled as if it were bronze. It means that he could easily mold marble to any shape he pleased. He also invented the running drill that was afterwards used to simulate the folds of drapery in marble. That's the characteristic, that's the style of Callimachus. Furthermore, he designed a bronze lamp shaped like a palm. But all the achievements of this sculpture have now been lost. That's why here is a phrase, stood but a day. And the last two lines of this stanza are very memorable, that all things fall and are built again, and those that build them again are gay. It means all civilizations were destroyed. The handiwork of Callimachus also proved a temporary phase, but that also does not matter. After destruction comes construction. That is the motto of this stanza, that after destruction comes construction. Those who built new structures on the old ruins feel gay, feel happy, as if nothing had happened. So, this third stanza refers to the happiness of the artist who is not discouraged by the defeat or possible destruction of his art. The artist is conscious that all things are built again. So, that is the hidden motive of this stanza, that the poet wants to encourage all the artists about their creative works. Now comes the fourth stanza. Two Chinamen, behind them a third, are carved in lapis lazuli. Over them flies a long legged bird, a symbol of longevity. The third, doubtless a serving man, carries a musical instrument. This stanza is very literal, and the poet in this stanza now describes the carving on the lapis lazuli medal. There are the figures of two Chinamen, behind whom is the figure of a servant who is carrying a musical instrument. Over the group, means over the three persons, a long legged bird seemed to be flying, and this bird is a symbol of the long life of the Chinaman shown in the carving. So, this stanza is basically about the description of the image that are carved on lapis lazuli medal. So, as you can notice, that stanza third is about the destruction and proportion of construction, and stanza fourth is literally related to the figures that are carved on lapis lazuli medal. In our next video, I will explain stanza fifth. So that's all about today's video, students. Thank you all.